Hello everyone, welcome back. And what we are going to do next is very interesting because we are going to create our first dataset visualizer. And what do I mean by that is we have collected almost 3400 plus movie plots, and why don't we create a simple Streamlit UI to randomly go through the movie plots and see whether the dataset that we collected is making sense or not. This is a very important and crucial step. From my experience, I can say that a lot of datasets that are available online are very bad. For example, if you look for paraphrasing datasets, just go look at the existing paraphrasing datasets, and if you just look into any of them, you'll realize that a lot of them have grammatical mistakes, a lot of them are badly framed and simply not high quality paraphrase datasets. Similarly, a lot of open source datasets are not of high quality at all. What happens is that most of the times people don't do data visualization. They just go and train a model with that dataset and see that the model is not at all performing well or it's very bad. But the honest truth I need to say from my experience is that a lot of datasets are not of high quality. Either you need to do post filtering to filter for high quality, or do data visualization to already see which datasets are good or not. And we are going to create our first dataset visualizer to scroll through randomly the movie plots that we collected, so that we can get a good idea whether we collected correctly or if we missed any paragraphs or if we got any non-text code and some random HTML code, etc. Always make sure to go through your data before you train any model. So what we are going to do first is actually download GitHub desktop. If you just Google GitHub desktop, you get to this link and you can download it for your operating system, Windows, Mac, etc. And once downloaded, open up GitHub desktop and it looks like this. What you need to do first is actually go to file options, and when you go to accounts, go and connect an account. I already connected my GitHub account, and why we need to do this is we are going to deploy our Streamlit app directly from Streamlit Cloud, and it is free for us. We can just connect it to a repository of our GitHub account, and it will deploy a free cloud instance of Streamlit, and we are going to deploy our dataset visualizer the same way for free. If you don't already have a GitHub account, go to github.com and create one. I have already created my GitHub account here, so it's at github.com/ramsrigautamji. And once you're here, if it's your first repository, just go ahead and create a new repository. And what we are going to do is to create a repository for our moviepro.ai. So let's call it moviepro.ai. So we are going to create this app, moviepro.ai, and as I mentioned in the beginning, all the techniques that we are going to learn, we are going to create a Streamlit app and add as features to that. So let's create a private repository, then add a readme, then just click on create repository. And as you can see, a new repository is created, moviepro.ai. Once you are done with that, come to GitHub desktop and click on clone repository and just search for, just refresh. And as mentioned, you should have connected your GitHub account to this, so you should be able to search with moviepro.ai. As you can see, Ramsrigautamji at moviepro.ai is already here. and I'm choosing a local path. Here I am just choosing local path, practical intro to NLP, course content and videos and code. So this is how the path looks like: desktop, practical intro to NLP, course content and videos, code, and within code I have moviepro.ai. That's going to be the folder name. Just click on clone. As you can see, we are cloning it into our local repository. Awesome. Once we have cloned, you can see that the current repository is moviepro.ai. And if I go to the path, I can see that moviepro.ai is here with the readme file. Right now it's empty, but if you make any changes, we can push that code directly onto GitHub, and we can connect the Streamlit app to the GitHub repository and deploy it on the cloud for free. We are going to see that in a bit.